Hey, what up, everybody? This is Stevie Preach coming to you here with you today, talking about the St. Louis Rams and San Francisco 49ers game coming up on Monday night. It's awfully fun to see the Niners in their first sort of, uh, big role as a football team stepping out on the field on Monday Night Football. We haven't been on there this year. I can remember when Monday Night Football really was the game of the week that everybody had all their eyes on, as this is the big game that everybody's going to watch. And now it seems that Monday Night Football has just become the game that you only really watch if your team is involved, or maybe there's some sort of a big storyline going involved. It sort of seems that everything is shifted over to the NBC Sunday night game as the big game of the week. And Monday Night Football, they don't have Hank singing on there anymore, and it's just not what it once was. But I'm excited that my Niners are going to be playing. It's sort of like the only story that's going around San Francisco right now is nobody's really talking about the Rams. I don't really know a whole bunch about the team this year, besides for what my buddy Troy tells me at work because he's a big Rams fan. But the big story floating around San Francisco, of course, is the future of Mr. Harbaugh, which is floating around the team right now. Of course, everybody knows about the story that came out at the end of the 49ers game that Deion Sanders dropped in everybody's lap, saying that the team didn't have any ties to Harbaugh. They were sort of getting sick of his ways. And, since then, we've seen players and the owner, York, step up and say that Harbaugh is a part of the team. They're trying to win a Super Bowl. They're not trying to win a popularity contest, and Harbaugh is their coach. And basically, you're not going to, dump this guy midway through a winning season when they've got a, huge track record, 3 straight NFC championship games. So, our future's set. We're going to be moving in the right direction. Steve Young stepped up and he talked about Harbaugh as a coach and a person. And he says basically, you go out and you have a nice dinner where you just basically have, just normal talk. And then all of a sudden the check comes and Harbaugh is going to challenge you to race to the car door. And that's just the kind of guy that Harbaugh is that he's just always looking for some sort of competition in his life. And that's what he feeds off of. And if that's not what the 49ers want, I don't know what they want. Because basically, if you think about the San Francisco 49ers, if you're a San Francisco 49er fan, you know where we were before the Harbaugh days. You can say that during the Singletary era, we kept on thinking that we were building a team that was getting ready to compete, and it never happened. And Harbaugh came in, and this team clicked almost instantaneously, where he was able to pull the best out of everybody. From Alex Smith, who nobody really could find a way to understand, and we started winning right away. And that's what I want to keep on going, because it's fun to be a 49er fan. And I'm not saying that I hid the days when I was a San Francisco 49er fan. The 2-win seasons, 3-win seasons, 4-win seasons, the years and we just sucked. Yeah, but let's keep moving in the right direction. I know that the Rams are coming in off of 2 heartbreaking defeats, and they're a good team. I mean, we've seen this team collapse from a 21-point lead when they were playing against the Cowboys, and then we've seen this team have a miraculous comeback against the Philadelphia Eagles, scoring 21 unanswered points to lose that game 34-28. With Austin Davis, the backup quarterback, taking the reins and moving them in the right direction. Jeff Fisher is one of my favorite coaches. It's always hard for me to root against him when we play him, and the Rams have always played us really tight since Fisher has joined the team. It's not going to be an easy slam dunk case. I'm not even sure who the lead rusher is, but I know that my buddy keeps telling me that Brian Quick is becoming the number 1 receiver since Davis has taken over the job in St. Louis. He's a guy that is always first on Davis's mind to get the ball to him, and it's going to be a tough one. I have this feeling, of course, everybody knows about the Rams and the 49ers having that tie a few years ago where they weren't able to find a winner. And, even when the Rams were a lesser team, in the last 2 years, they've really built up. This team has always really played us tight. We had to beat them in overtime. Another time, it looked like we were going to come down to another draw as well. But it's going to be fun. Oh, Zach Stacy is the running back for the Rams. That's right. I remember that now. But they're building a good winner there. I don't know if it's just because the media thinks of the Rams as a lesser team. We're not hearing a whole bunch about them as of right now, or maybe they're waiting because it's a it's a Monday game instead of a Sunday. They're not really pushing a whole bunch of news on us. But my pick is the Niners. I think we're going to pull one out. I think we got a better team, but I think this is the game that we're going to have to really fight for. Gore's going to have to scrap for those yards on the ground, and hopefully we can use those receiver sets with Kaepernick throwing that ball around and really put some points on the board. Peace out, everybody.